Welcome to the Cornered Millennial channel. Why are there not more people talking about how every election feels like deja vu? Let's rewind to those big election cycles. The hype, the hope, the endless scrolling and sticker selfies. Politicians rolled out with flashy campaigns promising revolutions and brighter futures. They spoke our language, or at least tried, promising to fix the issues that keep us up at night. We showed up, voted, and believed this time would be different. But when the confetti settled, the world felt unchanged. The bold promises faded into backroom whispers and endless delays. What we got was a watered-down version of everything we were sold. It was like ordering a gourmet meal and getting a cold, soggy slice instead. The revolution we were promised? Reduced to a polite auto-reply, "Thanks for your feedback." The letdown was real, a sense of betrayal after all the energy and hope we invested. We did our part, phone-banked, canvassed, argued online. But the same old systems and lobbyists ground everything to a halt. Excitement turned to confusion, then to frustration. The hype train didn't just stall, it never existed. We were sold a glossy brochure for a train that was never built. The cycle of hope and disappointment became all too familiar. We started to wonder if real change was even possible. The promises felt like marketing, not a movement. And as the dust settled, we were left with the same old status quo. The hype was real, but the delivery was a no-show. And that's where the story really begins. So, what did they promise? A 4-course meal of generational justice, appetizer student debt relief, cancel it, cut it, or at least make it manageable. Main course, real climate action, Green New Deal, renewables, holding polluters accountable, dessert affordable housing and fair wages, rent you can afford, jobs that pay enough to live. After dinner mint, a social safety net, healthcare, unions, protection from disaster. These weren't utopian dreams, they were basic asks for a fair shot. We wanted a society where hard work meant stability, not just survival. The menu sounded great, finally a future we could believe in. But as we'd soon find out, the meal never arrived. The promises were big, but the delivery was small and we were left hungry for real change. The election's over. Time to check the receipts. Student debt, still sky high. Relief plans tangled in courts, most borrowers right back where they started. Climate action, some green investments, but new oil and gas projects keep rolling. Emissions, still breaking records. Housing and wages, rents eat half our paychecks. Home ownership is a fantasy, and wage gains barely keep up with inflation. The bold promises shrank to minor tweaks and complicated programs. The urgency vanished after the votes were counted. We were told our votes would bring systemic change. Instead, we got incrementalism and excuses. The receipts are clear. We paid for a revolution and got a coupon for solar panels. It's not nothing, but it's not what we were sold. The cycle repeats, big talk, small results, and the frustration keeps building. So, what's really going on? Why does this keep happening? It's not just about lying politicians. The system is built to resist change, corporate lobbyists, entrenched interests, and billions spent to keep things as they are. Even the boldest leaders face a wall of money and influence. Then there's the generational divide. Older voters turn out in droves, and their priorities often outweigh ours. Politicians court youth with promises but govern to avoid upsetting the reliable, older bloc. The political system itself is slow by design. Checks, balances, endless red tape. Big ideas get whittled down to bite-sized compromises. The news cycle is short, but real change takes decades. Politicians chase quick wins, not long-term solutions. By the next election, we're swept up in new promises, forgetting the last round of letdowns. It's a cycle of hype, hope, and disappointment. The system counts on our short memory and our willingness to believe again. But the letdown is structural, not just personal. And until we change the system, the story won't change. So, what do we do next? Millennials followed the script: get educated, work hard, and you'll succeed. We did our part, took on debt, chased degrees, hustled for jobs. But the rules changed. Degrees didn't guarantee jobs, jobs didn't guarantee stability. We're the first generation expected to be worse off than our parents. Yet we're blamed for our struggles, called lazy, entitled, frivolous. The system failed us, then told us it was our fault. Wealth flows upward, corporations profit, and we're left with scraps. It's not just economics, it's about fairness and broken promises. We were handed a raw deal, then gaslit for noticing. No wonder frustration is boiling over into action. Disappointment didn't breed apathy, it sparked action. Millennials and Gen Z are leading a new wave of labor organizing. Starbucks, Amazon, you name it. Climate strikes, racial justice protests, and digital activism are rewriting the rules. Young leaders are running for office, winning and bringing our issues to the table. The old model, waiting for a hero, is out. Collective action is in. Real change comes from the ground up, not from the top down. If the system won't deliver, we'll build our own power. The kids aren't all right, and that's why they're unstoppable. Voting matters, but it's just the start. The new playbook is about staying engaged between elections, calling, showing up, holding leaders accountable. Local politics is where real change happens: city councils, school boards, community groups. Organizing locally means your voice actually counts. Building unions, tenant groups, and mutual aid networks gives us power beyond the ballot box. And if we're tired of being ignored, we run for office ourselves. More young people are stepping up, bringing lived experience to policymaking. This is the long game, replacing the old guard, one seat at a time. Change is slow, but it's real. The future is ours to build, if we stay in the fight. The world's problems are huge, but real change starts small. Local action, city councils, school boards, neighborhood groups makes a direct impact. These fights are winnable, and victories build momentum. Local organizing is a training ground for bigger battles. Find your front line: housing, climate, transit, whatever matters to you. Show up, volunteer, get involved. Local wins remind us we have agency. Change is built block by block right where we live. Cynicism is easy, but it's a trap. Disengagement is exactly what the status quo wants. When we check out, we hand power to those who created the mess. The most radical act is to stay hopeful and keep fighting. Hope isn't naive. It's a choice to act, organize, and persist. History is made by people who refuse to give up, even after setbacks. Don't mourn, organize, don't despair, strategize. Join a union, volunteer, start something new. The system is broken but not unbreakable. Our power is real even if the promises weren't. If we stay engaged and united, we can build the future we deserve. It won't be easy or fast, but it's possible. Don't let cynicism win.